Hi all, how are you doing? Hope you're doing great wherever you are in the world. Hope the Bitcoin dump hasn't upset you too much. It could obviously be an opportunity for many people as well. That's the way you've got to always look at these things. You know, every single cloud has a silver lining. Okay, but what I want to talk about is I think called I call it changing horses. Okay, so changing horses midstream. Um, so this can be obviously a dangerous thing if you think about the phrase changing horses while you're still kind of moving. Okay. But if we have a look at the cryptocurrency top 100, and then we have a look at the sort of biggest losers. So what you do is go to CoinMarketCap, and then I've just clicked on the 24-hour biggest losses, or I've just ordered them from the biggest losses, so that's the biggest gain. So some cryptos are actually up today as well, so that's interesting to look at. If you look at Say, for instance, that's up 5%, okay, in the past hour. So that's going pretty strong. Anyway, getting back to my point. So what you want to look at sometimes is which are the biggest kind of losers. Because often when you have a big dip, the biggest losers are kind of the weakest cryptocurrencies. And you can see here, Bonk, which is a meme coin, has lost the most. So in the top 100 cryptocurrencies, Bonk, a meme coin, has lost the most in the past 24 hours. Now, it can be for other reasons as well. So, for instance, some coins may have had a big push up, okay, and therefore they're more likely to lose more, okay, because they tend to sort of go up a lot and then they sort of come back again, okay. But using this sort of technique, you can see which, in general, are the weakest coins, okay. So clearly, a meme coin is weak. That makes sense. Terra Classic, well, we know all about that. That history. That's obviously a weak coin. So I don't know about why eGold Multiverse X is weak. Okay. Um, Gala, a gaming token. So when you have Bitcoin dumping, gaming tokens often suffer quite a bit. Okay. Theta Network. I'm not exactly sure what Theta Network does. I think that's to do with games as well, to be honest with you. Flow is like an NFT play. Um, IOTA, not sure. Axie Infinity, another gaming kind of. I mean, Polygon Matic has dumped quite a lot. That does surprise me. Why that's dumped quite a bit. Algorand has dumped quite a bit. Phantom, again, Decentraland, Mana, Sandbox. So you expect those two to dump pretty much the same, and they have done. So that makes sense. Okay, BSV, that's pile of poo in my opinion, but that was up quite a bit yesterday. So it's actually in the last hour, it's actually recovered some as well. Okay, but that's been up. I don't understand why BSV. I'm going to have to look into why BSV was up so much yesterday. Anyway, the point of this video really is you can change horses potentially. So something that has, if you like one of these coins, for instance, like Polygon Matic, this could be a good opportunity to get into Matic that's down so much that it's more likely to, it's easier for it to recover, if you like. So things that you can do is sell Bitcoin, for instance. If we have a look at Bitcoin, how much that's gone down. In fact, I'll just order it in because I know it's number one. Okay, so Bitcoin's down like 6%. So if you held Bitcoin, what you could potentially do is sell Bitcoin and buy something like Polygon, okay, or Solana, okay, because if you think this is going to recover, if you think that this dump is a fake out or a FUD or whatever, then what tends to happen is these coins will recover more than Bitcoin a lot of the time. So this is just a suggestion, a potential idea, okay? And these kind of things have worked for me in the past, where you can often gain a couple of percent. If Solana recovers more than Bitcoin, okay, because of the percentage loss, okay, the higher percentage loss, if it recovers, um, it can recover, say, if it recovers half its amount. So if it recovers like 6% back, and this only recovers 3% back, you've actually gained more, okay, in the recovery by holding Solana rather than Bitcoin, okay. So that is all, a potential idea, okay. So I'm not a financial advisor, but this is the sort of thing that's worked for me in the past. So I hold Bitcoin. I'm tempted to sell my Bitcoin and buy, something like Cardano or Solana or Avalanche, something like that, with the idea that after a couple of days it recovers, and then I sort of sell it and then rebuy Bitcoin back, and okay, and then I'll have made a percentage gain. Okay, it is obviously risky because these ETFs, these spot ETFs, it could be that the Matrix report was actually right. Okay, it could be that these ETFs aren't coming in January, and that could cause the market to dip even further. So if it dips even further, what we'll see is the likes of Solana, Avalanche, and Cardano dip even further. So you are taking a risk. You were to sell Bitcoin and buy Solana, then it'll dip even more. Okay, so that is the risk. Everything is risk and reward. So you've got to weigh this up. You've got to think, is this report genuine? Do you think ETFs are coming? Okay. And that's what you've got to weigh up. Okay. So at the end of the day, you've got to do your own research and you've got to make your own decisions. Okay. Okay. So anyway, hopefully things will recover. Hopefully we'll get these ETFs sooner rather than later. And if we don't get them in January, the chances are we'll get them in March or April. Okay.